What were the ratings start to finish? How did anybody sit through this? I said this last week, and they didn't lose nearly what I thought they would. I can't believe they got away with it twice in a row.
No, they have their audience, and their audience will stick with them, although some people may be falling asleep as we get closer to the 10 o'clock hour, as I do. January 19th, Dynamite, 1,032,000 viewers.
So really, no drop from last week?
The last 2 weeks, January 5th, was 1,010,000 viewers, and last week was 969,000 viewers.
Okay, so another 60,000 or gear. But how'd they start and how'd they finish?
Their high point was to start the Moxley promo, 1,218,000 viewers.
Good Lord, that's almost Punk territory.
The next segment was the mixed match, 1,127,000 viewers.
Okay.
The next segment was Inner Circle having their breakup, and the Punk match. That did 1,039,000 viewers.
I'm sensing a pattern starting to develop.
The next, something off WWF TV 20 years ago, Christian attacked by Billy Gunn, followed by the Cody promo and whatever else, 1,016,000 viewers. Next, we get the Varsity Blondes match and the Adam Page promo, 1,007,000 viewers. The next segment, which would have been, Lance Archer versus Kazarian. I guess it was this one, not the previous one. 964,000 viewers.
Okay.
Followed by 941,000 viewers for the Serena Deeb match, and concluding with 947,000 viewers for Sting and Darby versus the Acclaimed.
So over the course of the 2 hours, they managed to lose about 250,000 people.
You know what? All those times Bill Watts would brag about the ratings on Mid-South TV, and he had a reason to. They were legit. They were a powerhouse on TV. They never really had an issue with people just turning off the show midway through it or anything, did they?
No. That's, again, ratings were in their, not infancy, but ratings were more rudimentary back then, where you didn't get the minute by minute and all the breakdowns of the demographics and all this and that and the other thing, but you still got quarter hours, and you still got people were just doing it in a recording it in a book, or they had some metered boxes, but there wasn't the instant feedback you get now. But invariably, except if it was a real late night time slot, like starting after 11, in those days, the wrestling programs built the audience over the course of the show rather than lost it, because once you started watching, you didn't stop in the middle, and other people came in in the middle when they came in or whatever. I mean, it was a thing you did in whatever territory you were in. When you were a kid, when you were a teenager and you were a wrestling fan, you knew to come in from outside at Saturday afternoon at 2:00, or you knew to, make your plans to have dinner over with Sunday night at 8:30 or whatever the case may be. It was destination viewing. And even though there were technically not really any main events on TV back in those days, the last of the program usually was something of the most exciting nature. And of course, we've all seen the show closing Pier 6 brawls from Tulsa. You wanted to wait around to see what was going to happen. And also, you were getting the card that you were going to see at your house show that week or that month. You were getting that information all during the program. So if you didn't watch the wrestling show, you didn't know what matches you were going to see that week at the arena. So you had to watch all the way through to see what the fuck was going on. And so no, there was no switching back and forth and checking another channel and, ratings dropping during the program, because once you started watching it, no matter what was on, you watched the wrestling show. They lost from start to finish better than 20% of their audience that they started with. That's Can you imagine how many people walking out of a movie theater, what it would look like? And there was no reason to stay and watch this because it got worse as it went along. And they were banking, I guess, on people will stick around to see Sting and Darby Allin wrestle in the main event, but Jesus. Then when they see that, they don't want to fall for it again. Go ahead.
The other thing, too, is, and we've said this before, it's a segment-by-segment show. Every now and then you'll get a return promo later in the show from an MJF. In this case, we got Lambert. But usually it's, okay, I've seen CM Punk. I won't see him again tonight. I could turn off. Moxley got a big rating. He always has in the past. I think it was like Moxley, MJF, and maybe early on Jericho. I think those are the three big ones. Maybe not Jericho so much anymore. But Moxley, if you saw that promo, by and large, you know you're not going to see him again the rest of the show. That's just the way AEW does their TV. They don't give you hope to see someone again later in the show that you see earlier in the show. So if you've seen your guy, you've seen your match, you can tune out.
And sometimes right in the middle of that match.